leaving for O'Hare Airport with my aunt for a trip to Los Angeles a number of years ago. She was high on codeine from a bad cough. As we were leaving, we noticed she didn't have her handbag with her. And we asked her, don't you want to bring your bag in case you want to go somewhere? And she said, well, where would I go? And can you guarantee I'll have a good time? Eric Matikis put out a paper this week about how atheists and people from Islam are finding God in Western values. We've been given so much, we naturally are suspicious that someone is always out to sell us something more. Those on the outside looking in see great value in what we take for granted. None of us have a guarantee in this lifetime. We're all kind of suspicious that someone's always out to sell us something. God can't guarantee we'll have a good time, but he wants us to go on the trip anyway. Welcome. Welcome to Sunday Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Sunday Coffee Hour, we talk about everything and nothing. This Sunday, we talked about methyl palmonate, cooking oil, Crisco, walking out of hospice, and Ceylon spices. The readings at Washington National Cathedral were from Isaiah. The world just assumes we're cashing in. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. And from Philippians, insider trading, it's a benefit, but it's not to your credit. And the gospel reading was from Luke. The world tells us to do what's best for us. And God says, do the good work, even if it's not in your own best interest. At Washington National Cathedral, it was the Passion Story with a rather tedious parade around the outside of the cathedral and the Stations of the Cross inside. Retired Bishop Gene Robinson presided. Gene tells us he's gay, and almost every time in every sermon he preaches, it's leveraging one part of himself for a gain from the world. It might be defining to him, but to God, it's not definitive. National Cathedral is a lovely place. I have a friend who lives in Washington, D.C., directly across from the cathedral. He's slept with half the people in Congress. In recent scripture readings, we hear that God is doing a new thing. But why are we going over these same old stories? Is that the point of Christ's incarnation into the world? Crucified, dead, and buried into the ritual and tired platitudes of it all. There was a lovely rendition of Wondrous Love during the service, and the readings were heartfelt with people who had unique and distinctive voices. These are the people in our time who are speaking to us within the context of events that are not without significance. We don't need a parade. We just need to make space for each other and make space for God in our lives and in the life of the world. At St. James, the sermon was by Timothy Beltran del Rio, and he's found his voice. He had a new voice, a strong voice that filled the space of the cathedral. He was asking us, what does God's reign look like to us? Our expectations don't always align with God's example. We want a king with a sword and power to strike down the people we hate. We don't always get what we want. Timothy came up with some finding his voice moments, especially when he said we all want to gain cultural supremacy, while we should be dignifying others out of our mutual humility. We can experience the grace of seeing others when we move beyond our condescending toleration for them. Tim said that when the divine mixes with corruption, the divine is going to win. That's why corruption is always trying to fight the divine. We experience joy and brutality in this lifetime. God does not exploit his advantage over us for his own benefit. He exploits it for our benefit over and over again. My fashion stylist friend, Marcy, follows all the motivational speakers like Tony Robbins and Brene Brown. She was in the office this week listening to a new motivational speaker, new to me, uh, Mel Robbins. Mel asked us to visualize a large piece of paper, then draw a line down the middle piece of the page and list all the good things that we've experienced, and then list all the bad things that have happened on the other side. I really couldn't think of any good things. Psychology tells us we're pre programmed to remember the bad stuff. It's for our own protection. So we don't repeat the same mistakes over and over again. We all want happy experiences. Spiritual guru and Presbyterian Sunday school teacher Edgar Cayce says, "What you sow, you reap, unless you have passed from the carnal and karmic law of the world to the law of grace." The world divides the piece of paper into the carnal and karmic. We live out every carnal desire and then justify it through the karma of being a good person. God and grace, that part, it isn't even on the page. We're arguing about accepting every bodily desire and justifying ourselves because we're all good people. God isn't into it. He's in the collapse of the Tower of Siloam and in the herbs and spices of Ceylon. We don't need a parade. We need to live in the carnal, karmic world and experience the grace on the other side of the page. If you're participating in the Easter parade, be sure to wear your Easter bonnet with all the frills upon it. You can make someone happy without sacrificing the integrity and personal autonomy of the world. And in that process, you can experience grace and joy without making a parade of it all. It's the best kind of tribute you can offer at Easter time and at any time. If you would like to join us at Sunday Coffee Hours every Sunday at 12 noon Central Time on Zoom, I've included my email in the description of this video. Be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.